Welcome to the NBA Cup Championship. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me are Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. I'll tell you guys, this has become one interesting event.
Yeah, even though it's still the regular season, this is a chance to put a stake in the ground saying, hey, we're the best team in the league right now. One of these teams is going to come away with that level of confidence.
I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. They're holding tight, still looking for ways to move up.
And now for the Cavs, they really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. It's why they're leading this division.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Toumani Camara, Holiday out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then it's Deni Avdija, and it's Clingan in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Cavaliers, the forwards are Hunter and Mobley. Sam Merrill up there with Darius Garland. And it's Allen in at the 5 spot. Well, thinking back to last year, the 2024 NBA Cup Championship, the Bucks defeating the Thunder 97-81. With Giannis Antetokounmpo being named the MVP of the tournament.
Yeah, Giannis with a triple-double in that final in Vegas, but it was defense that won it from Milwaukee, holding the eventual NBA champion Thunder to just 33% from the field. OKC had just 31 points in the second half.
Clingan with the block. Here he goes. And then Sharpe with the dunk.
And good quickness there. Sharpe, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Allen finds Hunter. Mobley sets the pick for Hunter. Back to Allen. Gets it to go. welcome to the NBA Cup Championship. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me are Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. I'll tell you guys, this has become one interesting event.
Yeah, even though it's still the regular season, this is a chance to put a stake in the ground saying, hey, we're the best team in the league right now. One of these teams is going to come away with that level of confidence.
With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. All right, a chance to check out stats for Evan Mobley.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he... if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Toumani Camara is out there with Deni Avdija. Then there's Donovan Clingan. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. And for the Cavaliers, the rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen.
Here we go.
Sam Merrill out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3. And Portland starts out with the ball. Well, thinking back to last year, the 2024 NBA Cup Championship, the Bucks defeating the Thunder 97-81, with Giannis Antetokounmpo being named the MVP of the tournament.
Yeah, Giannis with a triple-double in that final in Vegas, but it was defense that won it from Milwaukee, holding the eventual NBA champion Thunder to just 33% from the field. OKC had just 31 points in the second half. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Merrill with the ball, defended by Sharpe. In the corner, it's Hunter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. 6 to shoot. Mitchell finds Merrill. Puts up a deep 3. The offensive rebound, Mobley lays it up and banks it in.
Good thing Mobley was right there, ready to get involved and save the play.
Avdija, and he really played well against Denver. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson. I asked Coach directly about his thoughts on facing Jrue Holiday. We have to keep an eye on him at all times, Coach admitted, saying defense is where he has me most worried. He can be so disruptive. We really have to keep the ball away from him. Sounds like they'll try to avoid Holiday altogether on the offensive end. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Merrill with the ball, defended by Sharpe, trains the 3-pointer.
Right now, they're coming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
Pass to Clingan. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The Cavaliers pull it in. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Now, here's Mobley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New York.
And we'd be remiss not to mention his incredible rebounding, just a force on the backboards.
And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Now Mitchell, following the miss by Deni Avdija from deep. Holiday against Mitchell. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Klingon. And here's Sharp. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Inside. Here's Mobley. And Klingon pulls it down.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Outside Holiday. A nice shot by Klingon.
And I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
Mitchell passes to Merrill. Allen outside. Back to Merrill. Pass to Allen. And it's Donovan Klingon with the foul. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Now, here's Mitchell. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Count that one from Mobley.
And it's not just all of his physical ability, it's his hands. He has amazing hands. Catches everything, never a wasted motion.
Now, here is Holiday. He's another guy now had a stellar performance in that win against Denver. Three-pointer. That shot off. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Mitchell with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Mitchell outside. Stolen by Avdia. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Holiday. And it's Klingon with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Mitchell against Holiday. Pass to Merrill. For the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Here's Avdia.
Well, credit to Holiday for that intelligent pass, getting the ball in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. And Merrill has it in the corner. Hits it from three-point range. Merrill's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Avdia. Sharp, that's good.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. 4-point game. Pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Klingon with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Holiday. Up again.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that back.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Now Mitchell, taken away by Holiday. The shot by Sharp, nobody around, and King with the play. Avdia. Avdia's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And Mitchell gets it to go.
Okay, Spider's showing his range way back there.
Pass to Kamare. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing, Coach would be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Here's Avdia, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Richard, the best record in the Eastern Conference last season. But the Cavaliers facing payroll concerns coming into this year.
The largest tax penalty in franchise history, blowing past both aprons, and the Cavaliers with 3 All-Stars last season, but trying to keep the band together.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And here we are, the end of the line, the Cup Championship. Greg, what's the mindset like for these players right now?
You treat this like a closeout game in the postseason. No distractions, no messing around. Leave it all out on the floor, and you hope to raise a trophy at the end of the night.
Mitchell just continues to improve every season, and now he's one of the game's elite players.
A nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Earl on the wing. Here's Mitchell. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Avdia. And it's sent back by Allen. Mitchell passes to Merritt. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game. Trailblazers trail by 5. Holiday looking for an opening. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on DeAndre Hunter. Hey, Craig, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
And he can't get the first one. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Klingon towering in the paint. And Charles Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Max Strus is checked in for Cleveland. Ball comes in for Sam Merrill. Now, here's Ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Back to Allen. And with the block.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Klingon can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress. Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
The Trailblazers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Sharp. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
He makes all 3. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Cleveland. Last time these 2 teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time these 2 met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Yeah, the reserves add another dimension to their offense, and the opposition had no answers on how to slow them down.
Here's Henderson. following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Henderson, no good.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks.
Gotta know where Grant is at all times. He loves wiggling free from that corner.
Here's Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Henderson. He's around 14 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, but really his main asset is being a playmaker.
Great handle, great vision. That's how he drops so many dimes.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And Greg, this one-off championship game, how does that change the strategy for these coaches?
Kevin, I think you're going to see some tighter rotations. I think the Stars play a little more, maybe a curveball game plan-wise as well, but it is also great prep for the postseason.
And Mitchell drops them both. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
The international flavors has continued to boom in the NBA, and a big part of that moving forward, guys, is going to be Yang Hansen. He's going to be the driver of millions and millions of viewers abroad. And so for Portland, for the NBA, Yang Hansen's going to be a player to keep a very close eye on.
Crossing over the borders. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And so here's Cleveland. The Blazers getting the bucket. Cuts off the pass. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. The Cavaliers trailing. Outside ball. And Nance kicks to Mitchell. On the wing, Mitchell. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
And for Portland, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Henderson outside. Pass to Thibault. Lets it go with the 3. Connects from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Mitchell way outside. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Welcome back to 2. NBA2k's coverage of the Cup Championship game. We're so glad you could join us. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
They've put their hard hats on and gone to work on the offensive boards. Those second chance points can really energize a team.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
You got Nance all out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Tyson in at the 4. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Yang. Feibel for 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Tyson. Hasn't made one yet. Nance a screen on Grant. Here's Tyson. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Feibel. Henderson, no one around him. They get it back. That one, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Ball kicks to Strus. Back to Ball. There's a good screen to the inside. The shot no good. Tyson. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Henderson outside. And it's off from 3-point range. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's Grant. We saw him with 10 points last game. Here's the drive and the dunk by Grant.
Packing a punch with that dunk. Once Grant gets some momentum behind him, he's looking for the finish.
Pass to Tyson. Nance sets a screen for Garland. Looking for Nance. Oh, my goodness, man.
Nance is special. How easy is it for him to make this spectacular look routine?
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Both teams will make substitutions. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Trailblazers in second.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Hunter against Grant. And Sharp has it in the corner. Sinks the triple. Sharp's got 8 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA, but now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Mitchell outside. Man's a screen. In the corner, it's Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland moving it around. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Holiday. Lays it up off the glass. Holiday's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
You can see the toughness that Holiday plays with. Contact doesn't faze him.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll take on Domantas Sabonis and the Chicago Bulls.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Donovan Clingan, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Sharp. Here's Clingan. It's tipped, and they'll get another chance. Offensive rebound, and finally that one's good. Clingan's got 8 points.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Nance outside, pass to Mitchell. Nance a screen on Sharp. Here's Mitchell, and he can't bank that one in. Takes it inside. Oh my goodness, the slam!
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be. Seeing something to adjust. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Portland, they're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move.
And right now for the Trailblazers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
From here on out, it's just about putting in the work. Coming to every game ready to compete and never giving less than your best.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Clingan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. One interesting note about tonight's game, unlike the rest of the Cup, Greg, this does not count towards the regular season standings.
Yeah, so each of these teams will play an extra game during the season, but hey, you ask these guys, and they don't mind at all.
The first one falls.
And really the only question going forward for Clingan, can he keep up with the foot speed in the NBA?
Mobley, he's checked in for Max Strus. And Clingan drops them both. Here's Mitchell. He's got 13. Pass to Merrill. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Kamare.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get.
Mobley a screen to the middle, and Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
And it's Grant in the corner. Offline with his three. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Mitchell. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
This is a huge night for Mitchell, and all he really does is score.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Allen's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Avdia's checked in. Now Sharp. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact and getting to the line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Merrill. Mitchell in the corner. Allen at the screen for Mitchell. Now Merrill. 5 to shoot. Takes the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Avdia, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. 8 points for Denny Avdia.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Now, here's Hunter. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York. With the block. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Just 4 to shoot. Merrill gets the bucket.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Mobley against Avdia. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Merrill finds Mobley. Mitchell against Holiday. Allen right side. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team.
Oh,
yes! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. This one for 3. The rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th rebound in this one.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Guys, back over to you.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And so it's Cleveland with it, following the 3 from Drew Holiday. In the corner, it's Hunter. All sorts of time, and Klingen pulls it down.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Sharp missing.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Mobley, a screen on Holiday. Here's Mitchell. Fantastic work inside from Mitchell.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Avdia, the pass to Holiday. Avdia with a screen for Holiday. No good with the triple.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here is Holiday. He has 6. Pass to Kamare. Down low from inside. And it's sent back by Allen. And that one, good. Kamare's got his 3rd basket of the night. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Mitchell outside. Now Merrill from downtown. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Merrill's got 15.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Here's Klingon. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mitchell on the drive. And the lead is down inside single digits. Mitchell's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Now, here's Sharp. He's defended by Merrill. Count that bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And so it's Shaedon Sharp making highlights for the Trailblazers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
Well, we're deep enough into the year right now, we can confirm these dudes are legit. They're going to be a problem for a long time.
Yeah, I really like this rookie class. Has some potential stars, man.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Cavaliers.
There's a lot of love for the NBA Cup. The league, the fans, it's created interest.
And nobody's taking it lightly. You look at the intensity leading up to this title game, it's been fierce. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
You can feel the excitement. It's Las Vegas through and through. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We got the second half of the Cup Championship on 2K Sports. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Klingon is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Holiday. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. Mitchell. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Klingon with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. A baseline J. Allen with the rebound. Cleveland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And here is Mitchell. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingon's.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Avdia can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Trailblazers leading by 9. When it comes to DeAndre Hunter, How would you prepare for him, Richard, if you were coaching against him?
Well, Hunter's wingspan will really wake you up on defense, but it's his catch-and-shoot game that everyone needs to watch. If you leave a gap, oh, he'll make you pay.
Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. High, arcing shot. He shoots again. Mitchell getting it down inside.
So prolific. Mitchell's a guy who can put up 50, 60, and he's even proven to put up 70. Sheesh.
Holiday, the pass to Sharp. Portland again, missing. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Mitchell dishes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
It's good.
Talk about a high percentage look. Allen right at the rim.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Portland. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's got 8 points.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart, kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. Allen, a screen on Holiday. And they call an illegal screen here.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? This past month, he's really set himself apart. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time.
This is what Holiday wants. A high percentage look at the hoop.
Allen, a screen on Holiday. Mitchell passes to Allen. So, Richard, let's give him some credit. Jared Allen has turned himself into a more complete player, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's not just a floor spacer, but he does everything else at an elite level. Very efficient. Doesn't make a ton of mistakes that will beat you.
And he makes the first. And in addition to our NBA Cup champions being crowned tonight, also be naming an NBA Cup MVP.
And what an honor that it's going to be for one of these players. So get your guesses in now for who that MVP will be. I know who I'm going with, but I don't want to spoil it. An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Pass to Hunter. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Mitchell with it. Klingon defending. Here's Merrill. Puts up a 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got assist number 8 now on the night. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's quickly now take a peek at the league leaders in blocks. Third is Evan Mobley.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Puts it up, off the inbound, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Off target from outside. Trailblazers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Avdia, the pass to Holiday. Outside, Avdia. Clock at 6. Here's Sharp. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He hit 1-3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
Green by Allen. Here's Mitchell. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
At 6'11", 243, Allen is just...
Trailblazers leading by 10. The big men on the floor for him, Mobley and Allen. The wing set for him, Mitchell and Hunter. And it's Merrill in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Holiday, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. In terms of playoff defense, Richard, it's hard to think of someone better than Drew Holiday.
Yes, the ball pressure, the deflection. He comes up with plays that impact winning, and he does have multiple titles.
No good on the free throw. When you look at Drew Holiday, 2009 draft pick, RJ, how much longer could you see him playing?
Well, ultimately, that's up to him. I think he's got a few good years left, but that will largely depend on how well his body holds up moving forward. Talk about a guy who gives you everything. Drew Holiday is a coach's dream.
Allen outside. Holiday against Mitchell. Back to Allen. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got 6 points in the quarter.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
And this is why turnovers give coaches and fans gray hairs.
Hunter, a 3, drills it from outside.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Pass to Kamare. Holiday with the 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Mobley a screen on Sharp. And he does not hit. Trailblazers leading by 10. Holiday. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now Allen. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Easy for the big man Allen to get up and throw it down.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Now, here's Sean. Defense right on him, and the layup is off. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Jacks up a 3. The shot is off. The Trailblazers have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter.
And how about that move by Sharp against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. And Sharp drops them both. Cleveland now, time running out. Mitchell left side. Hunter, the 20-foot jumper, good.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Holiday outside. Now Avdia. Rebounded by Allen inside. Cleveland's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Mitchell. Holiday with the block.
You can't say enough about Holiday's defensive instincts. It's exceptional.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Mitchell, he drills the 3. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Two shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Mitchell fires. Allen, that's in there.
So cool under pressure. It's good to see Allen rise to the occasion.
32 seconds left in the game. Holiday outside. Here's Sharp. Outside, Avdia. Shot clock at 5. And he commits the intentional foul.
Shooting for Portland. Clean at the line for 2.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. So he comes up empty at the line. Mitchell! Up again! That does not go. And they've done it! What a moment for this team to lift that NBA Cup over their heads. Pure glory.
It was a memorable journey to get to this point, a battle every step of the way. And you have to think this is a huge confidence boost for them moving forward. It proves they're ahead of the curve in terms of getting into postseason shape.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. So long.